Okay, I want to talk about how to create your first project for C++. In this example, I'm going to be using Clion from JetBrains, but the other ones are going to be very similar. Maybe I make another one for other ones. So I'm going to open up my Clion. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to say New Project. So when I say New Project, it's going to tell me the location of this project. At the end, it says untitled. I want to change the untitled to something that's going to have a more meaningful name for me. So here I'm going to say, let's say, chapter 1, sample project. I do this because I can come back to this later and play with it. So I'm going to say create. It's going to create it. I'm going to create it in a new window. Okay, so in here, it's going to open up a file. I'm going to click on this one. It's going to say main.cpp. This is the one that we're going to be working. So because we are using Savage book, in Savage, we have something like using namespace over here, using namespace std, that's for a standard. So if I do that, I don't need this std over here. So that's going to be using that. Then I don't have to keep doing the std all over this. Okay, so this is my first program. Now, when I downloaded the Clion, I did not download the compiler with it. That's why it's going to be complaining over here. So if I try to compile it, it's going to tell me that there is something wrong over here. So I'm going to say configure. When I go to this window, it's telling me that I don't have the compiler in it. So if I chose a min.jw or any other ones that I can do, I'm going to call the download. So it's going to take me to the downloads, and it's going to download the min.jw64 for my computer. I'm going to click on it to install it. So it's going to tell me where is it going to install it, and I'm going to say next. So this is the way we're going to be adding the compiler to our IDE. So as soon as it's going to download, it's going to take a couple of minutes to do that. We can wait for it to come back up. Or I can go back and look at something else. So it downloaded it. I just waited for a few minutes, and then it installed it. Now, when I come back to my Clion, if I click on configure again, it's going to go find it, and it's going to put it right here. So we already have our Ming W is installed, and then it's got all the information that it needs. And I say, okay, now I got everything that I want, and it's going to compile it. So the first time it's going to take a little time to upload everything that it needs. And then I should be able to run this. I can build and run, or I can run and it's going to automatically build it. So the program is going to display hello world. So that's what happens. This is where I got this program running. Now, for the first problem, we were supposed to type this stuff over here. So you would be typing this stuff over here, and then you compile it. Now, where is this file sitting? Remember at the beginning when we created the project, it was telling us where it is. And if I don't remember, it's going to be right here in this directory. So if I copy this directory and I go to my file explorer and I put that one in there. So this is the directory that I had my main and everything in. So this is the one that we are supposed to submit, okay? But now everything is going to be calling main. So if I want, I can just copy this one and make a name for it. But if I rename this, then we're going to have a problem with our compiling. So let's say that I'm going to change the name to something else. So for your submission, this is the file that you're going to submit. So if I change this one to, let's say, problem one, sample, and then I change it over here in this directory. If I do that, when I go back here and I try to compile it, then we're going to have a problem. So I'm going to try to compile this again. So I'm going to build it. So what it's going to tell me, it says it cannot find the main. So if you want to change the name, then you might want to copy it somewhere and change the name, or do it before you compile it. Then that can be done. But after you compile it, you cannot change it because a lot of things are going to be the same. So I am going to be uploading this to my Canvas, and in Canvas or somewhere I can download it somewhere and name it something else, so I don't have all my files called main. And this is the one that I want to submit to the Canvas for the project. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about over here.